The Arab conquest of North Africa, often referred to as the Arab-Muslim conquest or Arab invasion, took place from 639 to 708 AD. It was a series of military campaigns by the Arab Muslims, primarily from the Rashidun and Umayyad caliphates, to spread Islam and expand their territories. Key points about the Arab conquest of North Africa. 1. Initial conquest, 639 to 652 AD. The conquests began with the capture of Egypt by the Arab Muslim forces led by Amr ibn al-As in 639 AD. This was followed by the capture of Cyrenaica, eastern Libya, and Tripolitania, western Libya, by 642 AD. 2. Berber resistance. The Arab invaders faced resistance from the Berber tribes indigenous to North Africa. However, alliances were formed with some Berber groups who were discontent with the rule of the Byzantine Empire or local rulers. 3. Expansion westward. After securing Egypt and Libya, the Arab forces moved westward into modern-day Tunisia and Algeria. Carthage, the ancient city and former capital of the Roman province of Africa, fell to the Arabs in 698 AD after a lengthy siege. 4. Umayyad conquest of Morocco. The Umayyad Caliphate continued the expansion into the Maghreb region, modern-day Morocco, in the early 8th century. By 708 AD, most of North Africa had come under Arab Muslim rule. 5. Impact on North Africa. The Arab conquests had a significant impact on the demographics, culture, and religion of North Africa. Islam spread rapidly throughout the region, replacing Christianity and indigenous religions. Arabic became the dominant language, although Berber languages persisted in some areas. Conquest also led to the Arabization and Islamization of North African societies. 6. Administrative organization. The conquered territories were organized into provinces governed by Arab Muslim rulers appointed by the Caliphate. Despite initial Arab dominance, local Berber dynasties eventually emerged, such as the Aghlabids and the Fatimids, who ruled parts of North Africa in subsequent centuries. Overall, the Arab-Muslim conquest of North Africa was a significant historical event that shaped the region's political, cultural, and religious landscape for centuries to come. The Arab invaders primarily came from the Arabian Peninsula, particularly from the tribes of the Arabian Peninsula that had embraced Islam following the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. The early Islamic conquests were launched from the Arabian Peninsula under the leadership of the Rashidun and later the Umayyad caliphates. These caliphates were based in cities such as Medina and later Damascus. The armies that conducted the conquests consisted of Arab Muslim warriors who hailed from various tribes across the Arabian Peninsula. After the Arab conquests of North Africa, several groups invaded or migrated to the region, contributing to its ethnically and culturally diverse population. Some of the notable invaders or migrants include 1. Turks and Moors. Following the Arab conquests, North Africa saw migrations of Turks and Moors from various regions, particularly during the era of the Islamic empires, such as the Abbasid and Ottoman caliphates. These groups often played significant roles in governance and military affairs. 2. Sub-Saharan Africans. Over centuries, there were migrations of various sub-Saharan African groups into North Africa, influenced by trade, conquests, and movements of peoples. Some of these groups settled in North Africa, contributing to its ethnic and cultural mosaic. 3. European powers. During the colonial era, European powers such as France, Spain, Italy, and Portugal established colonies or exerted influence in different parts of North Africa. This led to the migration of Europeans to the region, especially during the colonial administration period. 4. Jewish communities. Throughout history, Jewish communities have lived in North Africa, with migrations occurring during different periods, including after the Arab conquests. Jewish communities played significant roles in the region's history and culture. 5. Bedouin tribes. Nomadic Bedouin tribes migrated across the region, sometimes settling in North Africa, particularly in areas such as Libya and Egypt. These migrations and invasions contributed to the rich tapestry of North African societies, shaping their demographics, cultures, and histories over time. Several tribes and groups invaded or migrated to North Africa throughout history, contributing to its diverse population. Some of the notable tribes and groups include 1. Arab tribes. Various Arab tribes from the Arabian Peninsula, such as the Quraysh, Banu Hashim, Banu Umayya, and others, played significant roles in the Arab-Muslim conquests of North Africa. 2. Berber tribes. Indigenous Berber tribes have inhabited North Africa for thousands of years. While some resisted the Arab invasions, others allied with or were assimilated by the Arab conquerors. Examples of Berber tribes include the Tuareg, Kabyle, Kawi, Rifians, and Zenata. 3. Bedouin tribes. Nomadic Bedouin tribes from Arabia and the Levant migrated into North Africa at various points in history. These tribes often engaged in trade, warfare, or pastoralism. 4. Turks. During the era of Islamic empires, such as the Ottoman Caliphate, Turkish tribes and settlers migrated to various parts of North Africa, particularly to regions under Ottoman control. 5. Moors. The term Moors historically referred to Muslim inhabitants of North Africa, as well as Muslim inhabitants of the Iberian Peninsula. Some Moors migrated to North Africa from regions such as Andalusia following the Reconquista. 6. Sub-Saharan African tribes. Various sub-Saharan African tribes, such as the Hausa, Fulani, and Bambara, migrated or were trafficked into North Africa through trans-Saharan trade routes. Some settled in North Africa, while others passed through as traders or mercenaries. These are just a few examples of the tribes and groups that have invaded or migrated to North Africa throughout its history, contributing to its cultural, ethnic, and linguistic diversity.